First generation, second generation, third generation. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What you're seeing here is the results of me observing the Mongolian invasion 20 times, from Temujin until the fracturing of the empire. Hello, and welcome to another Spreadsheets and Swords. Today's topic: why is the Mongolian invasion so ineffective in this current game mode of Crusader Kings 3? The Mongolian invasion is an event that occurs randomly after 1200, where it spawns a county owned by Temujin, the Khan of Khans, and he begins to expand from there. What is so awesome and destructive about this event is the Khan has over 35,000 troops at his disposal, allowing him to completely take over the eastern part of the map. However, the Mongolians rarely reach their historic exploits in this game, which is as far as the Carpathian Mountains or modern-day Hungary. Why have they stopped short of their grand potential? It comes down to the fact that they're poor administrators of their wealth. The AI doesn't seem to understand that going into debt is not great for their cause. Not only does it create a major debuff for the number of levies, your vassals' opinions, as well as the people's opinion, but it also prevents you from declaring war and expanding the empire. So what's happening is they're getting into massive amounts of debt that's causing rebel factions to form and spawn, which they need to react by raising their troops to then get even more debt. They're trapped in a debt cycle that they can't get out of with their current AI thinking. Obviously, as a player, we have a better idea to mitigate these problems. So here are a few that I think would help the AI be more efficient. When the initial Khan spawns, he gets about 35k event troops plus around 5k gold. The next Khan gets a fresh set of event troops, but no money. Give them the money. Next, the AI fights much weaker nations. Why not teach them that they don't need 35k doom stack to kill a 5k troop nation? Finally, the event troops cost nothing to have raised. Where they're getting into trouble is their levies. Why not have some sort of language in the code that prefers to use the event troops whenever possible over the levies? Unfortunately, option 2 and 3 I'm unable to do in the game, but I do have the power to provide cash. So I did a playthrough where every time the AI dips into serious debt, I bailed them out, and here are the results. Here's a graph with all 20 observations. We have the first generation in green, second in red, and third in yellow. The numbers are how many counties each ruler had upon their death. You can see that Temujin is pretty consistent with owning 154 counties on average at the time of his death. The generations after him is where everything gets a little squirrely. Now let's add in the aided playthrough. As you can see, they popped off. Obviously, the point of this playthrough was to see what the AI could do with a near limitless cash flow, and they did a great job. In conclusion, I'm tired of seeing a weak showing from the Mongolian invasion. I want them to be something feared and fretted about, not just looked at as some sort of oddity and dismissed. Maybe I'm alone in this, but a stronger Mongolia makes for a much more interesting late game aspect and enriches the game as a whole. That's all I have for you today. Let me know what you thought of this episode of Spreadsheets and Swords. I know it's a departure from our normal format, and I would like to hear from your thoughts. Subscribe and have a good rest of your day.